Um, Guys, can you see me? Am I connected? I'm not quite sure if you guys can confirm. Okay, the number of smileys and emojis, I think that's my answer that I am visible. Thank you. Good evening to you too, Richa. It is there, Alma. I'm right here. Thank you, and good evening to all of you, and thank you very much for being patient. I clicked on the button start streaming, and the very next moment the power went off, and it kind of happened twice, and I wasn't able to connect sooner. So, Chinmai, well, I'm here only for next, only till 31st of January. So I'm not quite sure if I can do that for you, but if I continue in the month of February, then I will make sure that I will help you in solving the question bank, of course. But if I'm not here, then you will have to ask your other English teachers, other English educators over here. Amrish Dubey, hello to you too. And who else is here? Can I just have a quick hi and hello from somebody so that we can begin the session? Richa is here. Alma is here. What about Jigyasa? Jigyasa is also here. Hello, Jigyasa. How are your exams, by the way? I think you were busy with examination, if I'm correct. Grammar किस में question paper में? I'm doing very well, Anisha. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? Okay, let me begin the session. Well, let me formally welcome all of you on Unacademy, a platform that caters to the needs of all the aspiring students who are on their journey to crack their examinations. And we have Ishwar here. Am I correct? That's what your name is, Ishwar? And let me also formally introduce myself. I am Tasneem Ahmed, and I have completed my master's and MPhil in English, and I have also been certified in English, certified in TESOL, and trained a bunch of students, and I also have enough of professional teaching experience. And today's letters, again, like I told you, we will be discussing a few more formal letters, and today will be the letter to the editor. The letter to the editor. So, well, before I begin with that, that's lovely, Jigyasa. Not glad I could help. Before I continue with the letters, let me tell you what you are actually supposed to expect on Unacademy. Well, for starters, you have daily life classes. Number 2, you have live tests and quizzes. Number 3, you have structured courses. Number 4, you have the unlimited access. And to connect with Unacademy and to keep yourself updated, you will have to connect on this particular given link. And if you are not on Unacademy yet, then go to your Play Store or your App Store and download this particular, type in Unacademy Learning application, download. Once you do that, go to the third step, which is going to make you look for the goals. And then once you have found the goals, you'll have to select your goal, either 9th CBSE or 10th CBSE, and then you will have to go to special classes. Once you click on special classes, you will be taken to 2 different pages. One is Unacademy subscription. Number 2 is Iconic subscription. That is going to give you the mentorship, and which is going to help you with a mentorship. Well, the benefit of these courses is that these courses come on a discounted rate as you go higher with the duration. And along with that, if you use my code TA01, you are going to get additional 10% of discount. That is going to give you further discount on the existing discount. You can also unlock the free content now with the same code, which is TA01. I'm not going to talk too much about the code and the subscription from now on. So let's straight away jump into the topic, which is formal letters. No, not today either. Not even today, not even tomorrow. We are going to have Menti day after tomorrow. And tomorrow, I'm planning to bring at 7 p.m. I'm going to conduct a class on Educator app. I hope that's okay because at 4 p.m. I have this YouTube class because it is YouTube Festival tomorrow. Again, YouTube Festival comes, uh, I don't know, this month they have had this every month, and again they have asked me to participate. So tomorrow, because of the YouTube festival, the class which is going to be on, usually at 7 p.m. has been shifted to 4 p.m. Therefore, I am shifting the 4 p.m. educators class at 7 p.m. Do join in. Let us hope that we finish both the classes. I have to finish both the classes, and there are the bunch of things that I have to teach you before Sunday. So Sunday is my last day on Unacademy, so try and join in. And today's letters, like I told you, are the letters to the editors. Now, before I begin with the letters to editors, can you please tell me why actually do we write the letters to the editors? What is the purpose behind writing the letter to the editor? Editor, as in we are talking about the newspaper editor over here, about the newspaper editor. So, what is the main intention behind writing a letter to the editor of the newspaper? Can you please tell me that? No, Jigyasa, I'm leaving Unacademy. This Sunday is going to be my last class on Unacademy. Therefore, in the month of February, I won't be there. Shivani, hello Shivani. We can send our exactly number one, public or the government. Yes, exactly. You guys are correct. The reason or the main purpose behind writing a letter to the editor of a newspaper is because he will publish that particular letter in the newspaper, and it will have an exposure to a larger public on a larger what happens is there is actually there's a lot of chaos in your community, and there are too many issues that are going on, and you have raised a number of complaints to the person on an authoritative position to give you guys a solution. But what happens is most of the time people do not respond to your request, and they keep ignoring it over and over and over. So in that situation, what you could, being a citizen of a country, could do is you can write a letter to the editor, and that particular editor is going to publish that particular information in the news. And what happens is the other people will will be aware of this ongoing issue, and the necessary people who are above these authoritative people will come into will be aware of this particular information, and they will force those particular people to take action there. Hence, you will get solution to the persistent issue. So that's one of the reasons why we all should should develop the habit of writing a letter to the editor, especially when you are not able to solve, when you are not getting a desired response to the complaint that you have raised. Yes, Sanaya, this Sunday is my last class on Unacademy. And hello, Naz, where were you all these days? Long time couldn't see you. When is your birthday, Jigyasa? Which day is your birthday in February? Let me wish you now itself advanced birthday because I obviously will not be there. And Jigyasa, I wish, Richa, we cannot post the link over here, can we? You cannot post the link over here, my this thing, Telegram link. See if you possibly can, Anisha and Jigyasa. Try if you guys can post the link over here. If possible, try once. Let's see if that happens. And all those who would like to stay in touch with me, you can connect with me on my Telegram personal link. So try joining in there. With that being said, guys, let's talk about, the question on the screen. No, you cannot post. All right, no problem. All right, no problem. I will try and bring it, and maybe I'll try and bring it in this itself tomorrow. Anyway, I've got just 2 more days to go. So anyway, all right, time for us to read the question on the screen and then get started with the letter. Against anti-social elements in the public park. So, Ryanj, yes, please go on. The park in front of your house has been illegally occupied by some people. They have set up temporary dwelling. Dwelling as in? Yes, Suryanj, go on, ask your question away. Dwelling as in, guys, what's the meaning of dwelling? Can you please tell me the meaning of the word dwelling here? Dwelling units and are a security threat to the colony residents. Write a letter to the editor of The Hindu drawing his attention to this threat. Use the inputs given below and write a letter in about 100 to 150 words. Exactly. Living place or where people live. That is called as a dwelling or residing place. So yeah, this is the question, and here we are supposed to write a letter to the editor asking him to focus and telling him the kind of issues that we are facing and asking him to give the solution. Jigyasa, I'll try and get the link tomorrow. Give me 1 more day's time. I couldn't bring it up to today. I'll try and bring the link tomorrow and you can join in there. All right. Well, if you are really weak in English, Suryansh, I would first suggest you to develop your English skills first, improve your English, and then one by one focus on those areas where you lack and focus on each and every part. If you are trying to work on your literature, try to work on literature and then grammar and then your writing skills. Focus on where you can score high and then make sure you are doing that. Yes, that's the format. But then, based on this particular question, what are we going to do? Do we have a name of a resident over here? We do not have a name of a resident. So let us just assume the name of the resident over here by bringing in, okay, let me bring in Anisha's name here. Because this is a letter to the editor, we are going to write our full name, of course. Anisha Gupta, and you are going to write your resident number and your address and whatever that is, one below the other. And then you are going to write the date. Date is obviously today's date as it's not been mentioned in the question. Unless it's been mentioned in the question, make sure that you are writing your own thing. So, yes, 28th January and 2021. And then what are we? Okay, I forgot about mentioning this. You are supposed to write from. It's mandatory. You are supposed to write from. Then down below, you are supposed to write your name and your address, and then date, and then you are supposed to write to. And then to whom are we writing the letter to? Anas. Hello, Anas. You can watch English movies, Suryansh. You can start reading novels. Trust me, the habit of reading helps you so much. The habit of reading helps you so much. Trust me, it is going to change your English, in a fortnight. So develop the habit of reading stories, novels, and all of that. The Hindu. Here the question says the Hindu, not the Hindustan Times. The Hindu is what it is, what it says. So you are going to mention it as to the editor, the Hindu. That will suffice, and you can bring in the location. If you are in Bangalore, Bangalore. If you are in Mumbai, wherever the location is, bring in that location and the pin code as well. After having done that, what's the next step? Subject. That is correct, and subject is supposed to be written in the middle. Remember that. And what is the subject of this letter? What's the subject of this letter? What is the purpose of we writing this letter? Let us bring this itself as our subject. Antisocial elements in park. Or you can make it as safety from anti-social elements park. Okay, this or in the public park. Yes, that's correct. Sorry about that. In the public park. That is correct. Next is very good. That's a lovely statement. But there is one more thing that you have to keep in your mind, Richa, especially when it is a letter of editorial. Letter of editorial. Here, when you begin your introduction, you have to bring in the opening line. And here, especially in your letter to the editor, requires you to introduce yourself. And you are going to introduce yourself as I am a I am, let us say, well, here it is Anisha. So you are going to introduce stating, I am Anisha Gupta, the resident of, particular name of the apartment or, oh, okay, salutation. We left out the salutation. Yes, of course. No, subject is supposed to be in the middle, dear. Subject is supposed to be in the middle, not to the left hand side. So subject alone is supposed to be in the middle. And we left out the salutation, dear sir or madam. You can bring in that salutation, and then I am Anisha, the resident of this particular locality. And then we can bring in Richa's statement, which is, or we can make it as, I am writing this. I am writing this letter to bring or draw your attention. Draw your attention or draw public's attention. Let's make it as draw public's attention towards a prominent issue or a persistent issue. Towards a persistent issue. Now we can make it as, okay, where is Richa's statement? Richa, can you post it once again? Your statement kind of went all the way up. Possible to post it again? Where is that? It went, okay. Did you delete that? Did you erase that? I can't see your example, Richa. Okay, now we can bring that statement over here, which is through the column of your esteemed, let me continue the introduction over here, esteemed newspaper. I want to raise, or I want to draw the respective authorities draw the respective authorities. What can we add in over there? Can somebody help me out over there? Attention. So that's our first paragraph. What are we going to write in the second para? How are we going to, second para is body number 1. So how do you think we do? It is always Richa who helps me with writing the letter. Others don't really feel excited about the letter, is it? But do you know one thing? letter writing and your writing skills and also your reading skill, especially scoring high in English, is the easiest of all. Your reading comes, answers are already there in your reading column. It is in fact asked for 20 marks. You can easily score 19 there. And in your writing also, which is going to be for at least 20 marks, even there you can easily score at least 18 minimum. So you got your 19 and 18 right through those skills. And grammar could be a little tough, but still grammar, if you know the rules and all of that, you can score easily there too. Literature again is easy. Guys, trust me, do not consider this writing skill as something, irrelevant or not so important. This gets you, or, garners a lot of marks when it comes to your examination. Anyway, so what do we write in the body section? What are those steps, Richa? If you are going to mention about the steps, what steps can we possibly know? Before taking the steps, we have to introduce the issue. We haven't introduced the issue over here at all. The issue is this thing. In this particular question, particular question, half of the answer is actually given over here. The park in front of our house has been illegally occupied by some people. You can directly mention the same thing over here in your letter. That is, you can straight away go and mention the issue to the editor, stating there is a park, or the park in front, the park in front of our house has been illegally occupied by some people. They have set up temporary dwelling units. And here you can make a little change and you can bring in a statement like, and they have been causing a lot of security issues. And the people in the colony, the people of the colony are facing a security threat, due to their presence. Now, in third para, what can we do? When it was about related to English, I did not study at all. I did not read at all. But then otherwise, for other subjects and all, I wasn't that much into academics, but I did read as much as it was required. Okay, guys, what can we write in the second paragraph over here? Body number 2. Come on, give me some clues, some pointers. How will I continue if you are not going to respond? Alma, Anisha, Richa, Jigyasa, Ishwar, you can also give me some input over here. We have mentioned the issue over here. We introduced the issue. We mentioned the persistent issue. And now you are supposed to talk about what steps you have taken actually. They don't allow the joyful children and even our energetic old age people to securely take advantage of this opportunity. Yeah, that was a very good one. Maybe we can bring that in. Their presence has hindered the calm and serene living of our locality. as neither the kids can play nor can the old take a peaceful walk in the park. Now let us talk about complaining, like who all have you complained, how many people have you complained. You can mention it as we have raised a number of complaints. Serene as in calm, as in very calm, where you don't have a lot of yelling, a lot of noise, where you can actually relax. As fresh air near trees is always a good alternative to get rid of diseases. Yes, of course, you could have brought in over here. You could, instead of this thing, you can bring that in. Then they start to threat them. Yeah, that also can be included, Richa's statement over here as well. Now in third para, let us talk about to who exactly you have raised the issue. Obviously, there was an issue and you have raised a number of complaints to a particular person, and that particular person hasn't responded. So how do you put it across in third para? Well, in reality, guys, as it is for your academic purpose, this will suffice. But then in reality, if you are, ever planning to write a letter to the editor, make sure you mention each and every point and do not stick to the words over here. It doesn't really have to be in 100 to 150 words. It can go beyond that as well. Yeah, you can make that. You first, when there is an issue in a locality, we first write the letter to the municipal. Who is that? Who do we write? The one in who do we write? The one municipal councillor something. Yeah, you can make it as we have raised a number of complaints to the, let's make it as, let's keep it general and let's make it as municipality corporation. Yes, no, not party, councillor. Yeah, we have raised a number of complaints to the concerned person, but they haven't, they have not really given us a fruitful solution. Hence, let's continue about our request, our request over here as well. Hence, we are threatened by these people and are worried about our safety. That's it. That is it. Then you will have to go to the conclusion. Okay, just a moment. Let me add another. Okay. Now let us come to the conclusion. How do you conclude? Conclusion? How do you conclude? How can we conclude? This is a grave issue. Maybe we can make it as this is a very grave issue. Guys, give me some inputs over here. How can we conclude? Which is persistent from quite some time. Quite some time. This is a persistent issue. Yeah, maybe I can bring that. This is a grave issue which is persistent from quite some time. I have written this letter this letter to you with a hope that you would publish this letter in your newspaper and help us achieve what can we add over there? Guys, help me out here. This is a grave issue which is persistent from quite some time. I have written this letter to you with the hope that you would publish this letter in your newspaper and help us achieve the desired solution. Yeah. The desired solution. Now, closing line. Kindly do the needful. Or you can also write it as looking forward for a favorable response. Yes, of course, you can definitely write as many paras as you want, as long as you are, writing. I mean, that depends on how much you want to write. If it requires you to write more than that, go ahead and write more than 3 as well. So that's our conclusion. And how do you close it? Here you'll have to make it as thanking you, and you are going to write your yours truly. Let us make it as yours truly, and you can mention your name, that is Anisha Gupta, and make sure you are signing. Sign is mandatory, because if you, well, here there's one more thing that you can do as well. Because this letter is actually to the letter of the editor, you can stay anonymous as well. So what you can do, two different things that you can do over here is, dear sir, and then you can eliminate this line. You don't really have to bring in your, if you do not want to share it with anybody about your name, or if you want to stay anonymous, you can just mention anonymous over here. That also is one of the options in your real life though, but don't do that in your examination. They will deduct your mark, but in real life situation, you can definitely go ahead and keep your, credentials secret. If you do not want that to be, shared with the public. If you decide to write in examination, yes, of course, this is a formal letter. What we are writing right now is a formal letter. It's a letter to the editor, the newspaper editor. So you are writing, and what happens is they actually look into the issue, they read the letter, and if they really find your writing and your issue worth publishing in the newspaper, they actually put it. But if you do not want your name to be published in real life scenarios, then you can keep it hidden and you don't really have to share it with anybody. So you can keep it as yours truly, anonymous, or a citizen of the country. You can make it as a citizen of the country or India. That also will be enough. In 11th, I actually did not choose anything because I never completed my 11th. But in 12th, I chose, yes, commerce, when I did it on a later date. Yeah, those other statements, yeah. In Neeraj, in a formal letter, in your academic writing, if you are writing in your exams, yes, of course, it is must. You have to write your name first in bracket, and you also have to write your signature there. That is mandatory. That's the rule of a formal letter format. Otherwise, there will be a deduction of mark. Therefore, you have to. So that is it. Let us take another example on the screen. That is, you have noticed many stray animals on the road during the busy hours of the day. These animals have caused traffic jams as well as accidents. You have already written to the concerned authorities, but no action has been taken so far. Write a letter in about 100 and 150 words to the editor of a leading newspaper telling him about the nuisance created by the stray animals. Sign your name as Preeti or Krishna, and door number is C5 Mahatma Gandhi Road, Andheri, Mumbai. Now here, accidents, road accidents, of course, they mean road accidents. Road accidents. Hello, Rishika, how are you doing? I didn't see your message there. Well, these are road accidents, of course. Now, let us quickly begin. What is the first thing? Here, you are going to sign your name as Preeti. You are Preeti. Either you are Preeti or Krishna, and the same address must go over there. You cannot actually go in with any different address. You cannot write your name there. You cannot write any different address because it's already given in the question. Therefore, you'll have to go with the address which is given over here. So let's start with Preeti C bar 5. And what is the other address? Mahatma Gandhi Road, Mahatma Gandhi Road, Andheri, and Mumbai. So that's your address. And then, yeah, from, I forgot about it. From Preeti. From is important. Yes, of course. From is important. Don't forget that. I don't know why I'm forgetting it repeatedly, but then please make sure you remember that. It is compulsory. If you do not write that, there is a possibility that you can, lose your mark. So from is important. And then your date, 28th January and 2021, and then 2. 2 here, as it's not been given, have they given the address? So write a letter. The editor of leading newspaper. So let's just do the editor. You are going to write it as the editor. You can write any newspaper's name and the locality's name. And then subject. What's the subject over here? You can make your subject as nuisance. Nuisance caused by stray animals. Okay, now tell me, salutation, let us make it as dear sir or ma'am. So how are you going to begin the letter? Let me go to the next page. How are you going to begin the letter, guys? I always watch, watch a lot of English movies. I watch a lot of serials, English serials, a lot of it. So yes, of course. My favorite movie, I wouldn't say there is any particular favorite movie per se, but then I enjoy these animated movies a lot. And they are very amusing, and I could watch them any number of times. The same movie, I can watch it many number of times because of the way it's been projected and because of the way, the movies. Like, for example, um, no, Anisha, no need to write respected. You can just write it as dear sir or madam. That will suffice. Don't have to bring in the word respected here. Dear will suffice because this is the letter to the editor. And obviously, they will be preferring only dear alone. So don't go with, Frozen. Frozen, actually, I did not enjoy that much. But I have enjoyed this movie, Ratatouille. I might have watched that movie like 10 times. And also the movie, what is that? Transylvania. What is that? Quite don't remember. Something called Transylvania. That and also the dino something, the little dino or something. Something there is something. Toy Story also I haven't watched. I watched the first part and I did not quite like that, but I watched the other movies. And Ratatouille I have watched probably already 10 to 15 times. Okay, so we are going to begin as I am Preeti. I am Preeti, the resident of Andheri. Let's make it as Andheri here. Andheri. Yeah, we can make it as through your column. Through your column of your esteemed newspaper would like to draw, would like to draw your attention towards the your attention, or draw public's attention. No, this is actually okay, fine, you can make it as your or public, anything is fine. Attention towards the nuisance created by the stray dogs on the road. Very good, Richa. I think Richa is quite, you have a strong hold on your English, I believe. The Good Dinosaur, yeah, The Good Dinosaur. I have watched that Good Dinosaur movie, I suppose, 5 times, I suppose so. Especially the character of that, the reverse analogy of that movie, where actually human beings were treated like animals. I mean, like a pet dog, and the dinosaur were actually that. And that analogy, I kind of, found it very amusing, and I liked it. Not rats. I mean, you're talking about the Ratatouille, the movie Ratatouille. I love that, and I would love to watch that anytime. Doesn't matter which kind of mood I am, and you put that movie. The moment I see that rat on the screen, I'll just make sure I complete the movie. So Dino, the little dino. Oh no, the Good Dinosaur. I'm talking about Good Dinosaur. Yeah. Harry Potter, I have watched once because my son forces me to watch all the movies that he likes. So I didn't quite, I don't know, find that amusing, but it was good to watch once. I did watch once, and then I kind of got involved with the story, and because of that, I kind of made sure I finished all of them. And now there's another movie that is kind of relevant to Harry Potter, which he's showing me. He hasn't, my son, he's making me watch the movie. I quite don't remember. Grindelwald something, right? Something related to Grindelwald. So he's making me watch that. Just recently, he made me watch one movie related to that. And he's saying that there's another movie coming up, and he is like, I have to watch it. So I think I'm going to watch that. The Lion King, yes, of course, I did watch Lion King, but I preferred watching Lion King in Hindi because, when I was young, when I was in school, our principal actually took us to watch this Lion King once. And that is why I kind of watched that in Hindi just to, relive the moments. Okay, what are we talking? We are supposed to be discussing a letter here. In the first para, if we will write to school, so we can write. Meaning, Aman, what are you trying to say? Jungle Book, the recent one. Yes, the recent one. Yes, of course I did. And the kind of English that they've used in the movie is amazing. The Jungle Book. If you guys haven't watched it, I suggest do watch it. So yes, Jungle Book I have, of course. Already watched it. I know. You guys are taking me away from the letter. I think you guys are finding it really boring. Let's just quickly finish the letter, and then we'll talk till 10 o'clock in the night. No problem. I would like to sit over here and talk all day long. French. Actually, no, I'm not actually. I want to learn, what is that? German. German. This is what I want to learn, and also Italian. I don't know for what reason, but then I want to German because my son wants to go to Germany, and unless you know German, you are not allowed into the country, it seems. So obviously, I want to be prepared if at all that happens. Italian, I don't know, for some reason, I want to learn Italian. Maybe someday I will. Not very into it, but then someday. I know, yeah. Yeah, Richa and Anisha, come back. Bring me back to the session. Body number 1. What are we going to write in the body over here? I'm Preeti. They cause a hindrance in the free flow of the traffic jam. Very good. Titanic. Yeah, that makes me cry even today. Let's make it as the number of stray dogs has increased And I'm going to bring your statement. And has caused a hindrance in the free flow of the traffic, not traffic jam, of the traffic, leading to many accidents. Many accidents of leading to many accidents. So what can we add there, Richa? Yeah, I actually brought in the accident thing. Yeah, I brought in. I wish I had seen that. Thank you, Anisha. Bagheera, yes, Aman. Bagheera as well. I like his character. The number of stray dogs has increased and has caused a hindrance in the free flow of traffic, leading to many number of accidents. We can add number here. Many number of accidents. What can we add? One line before we go to the next para. Okay, so here in para number 2, according to the survey, where can we bring that para number 2? Yeah, I kind of added rather leading to many accidents. Yeah, let's make it as here. According to the recent survey, there is an increase. Combine the languages too. Sorry, what is that? Aman, what have you written? They should be given home so that they can also live in peace and let us live. Wow, that's a very beautiful statement. I think, yeah, I'll bring that in a little differently. It is only fair, it is only fair to everyone that the stray dogs be given proper home to stay so that so that uh, so that the unnecessary nuisance is curbed and everyone lives in peace. And in next para, we can make it as, many number of complaints have been raised and nobody has actually responded. Many stray animals on the road during the busy hours of the day. Yeah, these animals have caused traffic jams as well as accident. That's correct. The stray animals cause the vehicles to get imbalance and resulted. Yeah, that also can be written. Yeah, that we can bring in second para, Richa's statement. That is, let's save our ecosystem as well our human beings. Now here we'll write about, raising a complaint, stating that we have raised a number of complaints to the authorities. We have, or we can make it as a number of complaints have been raised, but in vain. We have not received any, we have not received any positive solution so far. Therefore, I know that we will bring it in the last para, conclusion, right? What can we add here? Positive solution. Okay, you guys give me. In the examination, we use it everywhere. ETC is used everywhere, and there should only be 3 dots after etc. Not more than that. Only 3 dots. It means that continuity, my thought process ends over here, but then there are other things which come under this category. So my thinking capacity ends over here. That's what we mean. Nuisance meaning, what is that? Upadrav. Upadrav, is it? Oh, Anisha asked me the meaning of, I don't know what is Upadrav. Never heard of that word in my entire life, but I don't know what that means. Nuisance as in, torture, bad things, unnecessary things, unwelcomed things, all of that. So that's what it is. Please ask me something to translate from Hindi to French. Acha. I know that, what is that? Je m'appelle. Je m'appelle means my name, something, right? Something, actually one of my students at school, she taught me. So, Hindi to French. When will we meet again? Yeah, I mean, English to French. Rishika, teach me the statement. When will we meet again? Okay. Yeah, Richard sent me the line. Life is precious, and for the sake of our well-being, I, on the behalf of entire society, urge you to take necessary action. Wow, that's a lovely statement, I must say. I will let me add the state another here and bring that as conclusion. That's really good conclusion, Richa. Very effective, I must say. Very solid, very effective. Conclusion here. Life is precious. Okay. Life is precious, and for this sake, very powerful, I would say, sake of our well-being, and very formal as well, very firm as well. I really like this statement. On behalf of the entire community or society, urge you to take the necessary action. So then you can end it with a last statement, which is, we have already written to the concerned authorities, but no reaction has been taken. No action has been taken so far. Not reaction, no action. You know German as well, Ishwar. How come? Looking forward for a favorable response or immediate help? Yeah, let's make it as looking forward for your immediate help. Full stop. Or you can also make it as kindly look into the issue at the earliest convenience, or kindly publish this letter. Oh, we did not add that statement. Guys, it is compulsory in every editorial language that you mention. Kindly publish this letter. This is important. Before this line, before you mention this line, it is important and mandatory that you mention that line in an editorial letter. That is, kindly kindly publish this letter in your editorial section. In your editorial section, and then we can make it as looking forward to your immediate help. Full stop. Then we're going to conclude by thanking you. That's correct. Thanking you, and of course yours truly. And name. Who's the name? Who's the one writing over here? Preeti, right? Preeti, we don't know the last name of Preeti, not given. So Preeti, and then sign. Again, if you want to keep it anonymous, you can keep it anonymous in your real life, okay? But in your examination, do not do that. Do not do this, stating that a concerned citizen in your examination. Do not. Do you think English is easy than answer these questions? Which, oh, you were bringing in that yes or no questions. I have heard that so many number of times. Yeah, how to pronounce what we have written, Aman. When we will meet again, we will not come. What language is that? Is that French? Aman? Aman, are you Kajal or are you a different Aman? Because there's a student who actually, my own student from Chennai, who actually logs on with the same. Where is it, Rishika? Oh, how to pronounce here? Can you please write that in Hindi or English or some way so that I can understand how to pronounce that? Para 3? Which one? This one, I know. I wanted to add something there, but I couldn't get anything. And then I saw Richa's conclusion, and I loved it so much that I jumped forward. Yes, you have to add a little over here. It's too small, and that is going to be considered as that will invite for a deduction. So careful. We have to add another line. Like I said, I got so involved with Richa's this statement that I was so eager that I kind of left that and I jumped over here. We have to include a line. When you are writing in your letter, make sure you are keeping equal number of lines. Rishika, bye-bye. And Richa knows French. You all know French. हाँ अमन आज के लिए क्लास खत्म हो गई. Tomorrow, guys, my YouTube class is at 4 p.m. It is from 4 p.m. and on Educator Up, it's going to be at 7 p.m. Join in. And this Sunday is going to be my last day, so do join in and stay connected with me for the next 4 days. Otherwise, let me spend as much time as with you as possible. And then, though you guys are free from me, I will not really torture you unless you guys are on my Telegram channel. So, yeah. Just chat magic? No, baby, I did not. Bye bye, Sanaya. Jigyasa knows German. Very good. Lovely. Spanish. Arey yaar, you guys are genius, I must say. I mean, like, you already have learned so many number of. Trust me, learning a language is always beneficial. And do not, if you think it's this waste of time, it's never a waste of time. It's never a waste of time. Develop all these other languages. Focus, yeah, if you know Spanish, make sure you are trying to focus on being fluent. Even German, try, for becoming fluent over there. And also your, what's that? Whichever, French, each and every language. Try to focus and make sure you excel in what you're learning. And yes, guys, love you all too. I'm going to miss you from the month of February. I've been so addicted to you all that I'm definitely going to miss you people. And love you, Richa. Love you, Anisha. Love you, Alma. Love you, Sanaya. And packing or no men are foreign. I think I can only do one because I don't have time, right? I mean, I have. Ishwaram, why don't you answer all the questions? I'm not going to answer with yes or no, nothing. I'm not, because I know that I've heard that so many number of times, but I'm not going to participate in that. Why don't you answer for me? That has been asked so many number of times. Love you too, Alma. And Alma, make sure you're celebrating your mother's birthday before she goes to bed. Force her. Both. Let us see if I can do that on Saturday and Sunday. No men are foreign for sure. I'll try to do packing as well. If not, you'll have to pardon me because Sunday is my last working day on Unacademy. After that, I obviously will not be able to take any class. But anyway, I'll try my best still. With that, bye-bye all of you. Thanks for being patient with me and thanks for being with me and helping me write the letter. See you all again tomorrow. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock on YouTube, guys. Remember, 4 o'clock tomorrow on YouTube. Okay. Bye-bye, Richa. Bye-bye, Jigyasa, Anisha, and all of you. Thank you for joining the session. Love you all. Good night. Bye-bye.